Hello and welcome to the No Ceilings podcast on the Turtlesmith network. I'm Vincent, and how you doing today, Courtney?
I am doing well.
How you been?
Busy.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a lot starts. I guess when kids are in sports and all that, it just seems like it's just super busy. So
yeah, that's always busy every day. Practice, games. Yeah, that stays busy. I know all about that. My boys played softball and one played football, and all of that was going on at the same time. And one was running track, practicing 5 o'clock in the morning, and practices at 5, 6 o'clock in the evening.
yeah,
Yeah, you get running
back
ragged.
and forth. Yeah,
Yeah.
Need an Uber.
Now you the Uber driver.
Well, I work for Lyft. Shout out to
Don't
Lyft.
tell my kids that because they stay ready for a ride.
and then instead of saying, "Hey, do you have time to come pick me up? Do you mind picking me up?" They say, "What?
Ready.
I'll be ready at 5.
5:30, 10:30.
Can somebody come pick me up?"
Yeah, they making their reservation with you. Like you literally the driver. They just putting in their time and you better be there.
The nerve of these kids. They think that they can just say what they want when they want.
No, they don't think. They just do it. You better be there with their car hot and ready. Because it's going to be a problem.
My daughter did that one time. She was like, can somebody come get me now? And I promise I had to ask. I was like, so are you asking? Are you asking or are you telling, baby? Like, which one? Like,
have my Beamer out in 15 minutes.
Baby had to run it back. She had to run it back. She knew what, I think that sometimes I get it. You texting fast. You just trying to get the message out real quick. But you need to look at how you texting me, telling me something versus asking me something because I don't operate like that.
Man, our kids is related because they do the same thing.
Exactly.
Man. But let's get into today's episode. Today we're talking about insurance for your business. You got to insure your business. Insurance is a big deal, business and personal.
Yeah.
It can really save your life, or without it, it can be detrimental to everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you kind of think of insurance as kind of a boring topic, but if you don't got it, it's going to get real exciting for you real quick.
Yeah.
Because it can make or break you.
Yeah.
And sometimes with business, you do have to take risk and stuff, but you don't want to take more risk than you can be insured for.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? Because it can take your business out. Think of insurance like your seatbelt for your business. You don't wear it because you expect to crash. You wear it. So if you do crash, you have a safety,
It's like your backup. It's like, have you ever been in a car with a spouse or a child and you have to slam on your brakes, and what's the first thing that you do?
Yeah.
Even though you have that seatbelt on, you put your hand out, and so it's, I know my husband, I got you, babe.
Yeah.
And it's so irritating. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. Or think of it like your backup, like, Ike backed up Tina. You need your backup, you know what I'm saying? Rolling. Right. Yeah, but some business owners, I don't know any that do, but I have heard that some business owners will skip on the insurance because they look at it as an unnecessary expense. However, like we said before, it could be detrimental to your business to not have the proper insurance.
Absolutely. So I think one of the things that we need to talk about are just some pro tips for navigating insurance. So the first thing you want to do, you definitely want to make sure that you start out finding a local insurance agent. So how do you do this? Let's come up with an example. So Imagine trying to go find shoes and you don't know what size you wear. That's what it's like when you're trying to buy insurance without an expert. So you just get online and you just trying to do your thing.
Right.
What you want to do, you want to find an independent agent, an agent that for how do I say it? You want to find an agent that is not with a big company, a brand name company. You know, you've got Geico, State Farm. You know, you have all of these people that are selling a specific brand.
Right.
You want to find an independent agent that'll help you shop the best deal, but also not just shop the best deal, but help you get the insurance, the type of insurance that you need for the industry in which you're going to be a part of. So that's step one.
Okay.
Step two, you want to do a quick background check. Your agent is going to do most of the heavy lifting for you, but you always want to make sure that the company that they recommend actually pays out what is needed in the event that you have some sort of loss. So who wants to, I mean, in all honesty, like if you, here we have tornadoes, that kind of thing. And I know that we have had, we've seen businesses be disrupted by the disasters that take place here.
Right.
And so you want to ensure that you don't have to fight with your insurance company in the event that a crisis takes place, you know?
Man, that is the worst. I promise you don't want to have to go through something and then fight with the insurance company too.
It's frustrating.
Oh my God.
It's horrible.
Beyond frustrating.
But another thing that you want to look at is you want to be able to, your risk and your cost. You want to have insurance, but you don't want to have too much insurance that you go broke paying the premiums, right?
Right.
But you also don't want to have too little insurance because then you're risking everything, right?
Right.
But if you work with an agent that can help you find your sweet spot, then that's going to protect you and your business without breaking the bank.
Which, that is the intricate part of the business, right? You don't want to break the bank. You want to take the bank home. Yes, the house always wins. That's what you want. But here's the fun part when you're trying to decide the insurance that you need. There are so many different types of insurances that you may or may not need every little piece of insurance. We're going to go over a couple of those options. The must-haves, though, there are a few that you must have. And we were talking about like general liability, workers' compensation, and commercial property insurance as well, if you have a building, of course.
Right. All right. So I kind of want to get into the essentials a little bit.
Okay.
And so for those people out there who don't know what general liability insurance is, that basically covers your common disasters, like someone slipping on a banana peel in the store, you know, like Ezel on Friday, slip and fall in the store. My back. My neck and my back. Yeah. So you want to make sure that you have that. You need that, you know, so that you can cover, you know, the people that like to go in and do stuff like that.
Right.
Then you have your, they in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you have your workers' compensation. Your workers' compensation, if you have employees, you want to make sure that you have workers' compensation.
Definitely.
This is required. You know, this covers their medical bills if they get hurt on a job. We want to make sure that we do that. You don't want to be sued for anything like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then your commercial property insurance, you know, is super important if you own a building because this protects you from things like fires, floods, or any type of alien invasion like what just happened over here.
Right.
That kind of thing. So we want to make sure that we are completely covered.
Right.
And then I will move on to what's nice to have.
Right.
It's always nice to have your business income insurance. So if a fire shuts your shop down, then you want to be covered for the loss of income that you have while you're rebuilding. You know what I'm saying? That is a really, really big one, and I think that I would hope that all business owners have this insurance, but there are people that cut corners because you have to. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to make it seem as though you have to have all of these or that everybody is cutting corners. You just want to at least explore the options and make sure that you're taking the time to look at these and see what it is that you can do to protect you, protect yourself, protect your business, protect your employees, protect your building, whatever you need in order to make sure that you can continue to keep your business intact.
Right.
One of the things that I hadn't really explored is crime insurance that protects you from theft. It's ideal if you have a lot of customers or cash floating around. And I wish I would have known this when I had my Beltline business because it is a cash business.
Right.
And so that's something that's really important. I never had anything happen, thank God. But at the end of the day, it's definitely something that I should have had.
Right.
And then your commercial auto insurance. Do you drive for your job? Because if you drive for your job, then your personal car insurance is not going to be it. You want to be able to cover accidents while you're on the job. So you want to make sure you have everything you need.
I was actually hit with someone with a commercial vehicle, and thank God they had the insurance to cover all my bills and coverage like this. So that's very important.
Yeah, I had a back and forth. I had an incident where a Pepsi truck hit my car years and years ago. And it was irritating just going back and forth with them on, just trying to get the claim taken care of.
Right.
So
I'm sure. Then there's some other insurances that are more specialized for certain industries, such as product liability insurance. This is for people that may be selling things. This covers lawsuits if your product goes rogue, like a toaster catching fire, or one of those Tesla robots putting you in a chokehold, or DDT.
Did you see the video? And I don't know the guy's name. I'm not hip. Is it Kai?
Yeah.
Or whatever. He had one of those Tesla
right,
and he's in the shower and it touched the TV or did something to the TV. Yeah.
That was wild. I seen that.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then you also have professional liability insurance. So if you offer professional advice, consulting, something like that, just want to make sure that you're covered in the case of what do they call it? A disclaimer for your business. So just make sure you're legally covered when you're giving advice.
Yeah, because you don't want to get sued for a mistake and not be able to cover it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that could really wipe your business out as well.
Yeah. And then you have your what we call the boss level insurance, and this is like your key man policy. So is your business built around one superstar employee? And so if something happens to that employee, what helps keep that business afloat? Right? There is insurance for that. Believe it or not, there is insurance for that.
Who would need a boss man insurance?
Well,
would it be like an entertainer or something like that?
I would say
that's the first thing that popped into my mind.
Celebrity insurance, but it could be a one man show. It doesn't have to be a celebrity. I mean, I think that's cool, but celebrities mainly somebody in the entertainment industry. Yeah, but it could be a one man show.
You know who need boss man insurance? And probably Boosie. Boosie got bad boss man insurance. I bet you.
I bet he got it.
Yeah.
And then Boosie. I'm sorry. I try to float right past that.
He said he gets that boss man tattoo. Oh.
I tried to float right past it, but I couldn't. All right.
Hey, shut up, Boosie.
All right, and then you have your directors and officers insurance, and this is insurance for companies with executives. This protects those big wigs from lawsuits, and so that's definitely needed as well. So
okay, for sure.
So with that being said, that kind of closes out our main points in this segment. Did you have anything else that you'd like to add to this segment?
No, not to this segment, not at all. I think we covered pretty much the basis of insurance and got into some high level insurances like boss man insurance. So went from the must haves to the might needs.
And also, we just want everybody to always remember that there are a vast majority. I mean, a vast. There are, yeah.
Spit that shit out, man.
We just want everybody to know that there are tons of different types of insurance out there that you can look at for your industry, whatever business that you're in. And so we have a lot of those to look at on our website on turtlesmith.com for this particular episode over insurance. So you can check those out. And I would encourage everybody to also do a lot of research, on what it is that you may need for your business. But with that, let's move to successes and failures.
Yes, successes and failures. You have any successes and failures to share about insurance?
Maybe a success and a failure all wrapped up in one.
Okay.
So I didn't have as a bondsman, I didn't have insurance. Like I didn't have any of these insurances for sure.
Right.
Like the crime insurance, I think that would have been important to have. I didn't have that. But I also would have, large amounts of money occasionally, just depending on the type of bond that you do, or if it's, it's been a payday where people are coming making payments or whatever. And so that would have definitely been important to have. Not only that, with forfeitures, you have a surety company that insures you. So I did have the insurance, so to speak, to back it up. But that surety insures you, but they still expect for you to pay that money on the front end. So if you don't have it, they'll pay it. So that was kind of like an insurance. But I wasn't as prepared as I could have been. So with that, I would say that I had success in not having to run into any issues, but a failure in not having the additional insurances that I probably could have needed in the event that something unexpected happened.
Right. Definitely understand that.
What about you?
No, not really any successes or failures that I could really share, but I know that it's very important to have. And also you want to keep in mind that to get certain contracts, depending on what business you're involved in, a lot of industries, you're going to get different contracts with whomever. And without the proper insurance, you won't be able to close on that deal. They expect you to have, at the bare minimum, they're going to require you to have the must-haves, your general liability, your workman's comp, those for sure. And if you have a specialty, they're most likely going to expect you to have that insurance coverage as well before they move forward with business for you.
Right.
So keep that in mind when you want to be one of those business owners that we talked about earlier in the episode that cut corners or don't think that you're going to need that. It could be potentially costing you money that you're not going to get from not having it.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that kind of wraps up successes and failures.
Yeah.
So let's just move on to our action items for this episode.
Right.
So wrapping it up, I just want to say don't skip out on insurance just to save a few bucks. It's definitely not worth it because you will definitely regret it. It's like a sunburn.
Right.
When that burn hits, you're like, dang, I wish I would have put that. Wish I would have put that old.
You ever had a sunburn?
Child, I done had one. I done had one.
You light skinned it?
Yeah.
And you got a sunburn.
Not a good look, baby. Right here, it was all red.
Toe up.
Hurting. You know, you be walking around, you
Oh man,
yeah,
looking
you
crazy.
know, it's not a good look. So
Yeah.
it's just like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to skip out don't cut corners just to save a few bucks. It's definitely not worth it.
Yeah.
So with today's action items, I think that you should start with the basics and make sure that you find a local independent agent that's going to get you a quote, several different quotes to look at. I think that it is your responsibility to take time and research the different types of coverages that you need. And then also make sure that you are customizing the coverage to fit your business. So not too much, balance it out. Not too much, not too little. Make sure that you have and if you're just starting out, I know that we're in the prepare phase. But if we go back to the plan phase, maybe this is something that you add into your plan phase and go back and say, okay, I know I'm going to need insurance,
Right.
and start researching that and just kind of get some quotes on what it may potentially be.
Yeah.
So that you can factor that into the financial piece. So I think that's pretty much the action items that we have here today.
Yeah.
And so with that's it for today. That kind of wraps up everything that we have here on insurance. What do you think?
I think we did a pretty good job today.
All right.
Bringing insurance to the people. And as always,
remember, insurance isn't just a boring thing, okay? It's your business's superhero cape.
Yeah.
Until next time, stay safe, stay insured, and go to turtlesmith.com. Take care.
Yeah.